I'm in the house, family. What's poppin'? About to get this work. Black Power is the General Sarah Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. If you didn't know, you gon' know by the end of this goddamn video what's poppin'. Okay? We got December 8th. The Egyptian origins of ancient India coming up, live stream, and y'all niggas know how I do. I keeps it pop. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to integrate all the top technology into everything that I'm doing. So you best believe I don't settle for less. So we already behind the scene, me and YP. We still, nigga, we conjuring up. Nigga, we gonna kick the door in for 2020. Kick that bitch clean off the hinges. You understand what I'm saying? As we always do. So most definitely be in the house. And then, family, I got a flyer going up for December. I'm coming on Christmas Day. Nigga, I'm fucking your crib. Nigga, go get Granny, Granddaddy, Auntie Maddie, Uncle Leroy, all your crazy ass cousins that go to church and have their ass in the living room. I'm gonna give y'all, I ain't gonna even have them up long. I'll give you 2 hours strong, all powerful. No, I won't even breathe. I'll just be clicking, just dropping signs. 2 hours straight, I won't even breathe. Just be rocking their ass up out of their sleep. You understand what I'm saying? So I most definitely, do some shit that's unheard of. I'm gonna show up on your motherfucking TV screen. God damn it. December 25th. December 25th. Xmas. Unknown holiday. Don't even know what the fuck you celebrate. That's why they put the X up there. We don't even know what the fuck it is. But we gonna get this crack all our money anyway. Okay? FamilyKingSeti.com. I want y'all to go over there. We already know that you niggas gonna spend every dollar you ain't got with the Peckerwood for these little white man holidays. This is why I go over this shit. You understand? Some of you niggas still don't care. You got chronic crackatosis. You don't care. You know when a nigga got chronic crackatosis. When you can tell a nigga, man, you got shit smeared on your face. The nigga look up and see the shit, look in the mirror and say, so? That's what a nigga do. So? He don't even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, you got chronic crackatosis. So, but, we know we got Black Friday coming up. And it's supposed to really be a Black Friday. That's supposed to be the day when you turn around all your negative economic habits, giving everything you got to the motherfucker that's trying to destroy you. So it ain't Black Friday if you ain't spending black. If you spending black, it's Black Friday. Okay? If you spending white, it's White Friday. So if you ain't spending black, it ain't Black Friday. So I want you to get on over there to KingSeti.com and all the other family out there. Got black businesses up there, and got good products. Go on and support your family and do the right thing. I got a lot of products going up for the kings. Got a lot of products going up for the queens. I already got some new products up there. If you ain't been up there and took a look, take a look. And shit, even before next week or before these cracker holiday, and I do it for the family. We spending bread, but we should look African and feel good about who we are. So I got some empowering products for you. Go on and check it out. We got the DVDs, and of course I got new ones going up all the time. Every time I do something hot, that shit going on DVD. Okay? It ain't going up on YouTube. It ain't going up on YouTube. So you better get on over there to Patreon. And goddamn it, Seti University is on the way. See, I'm just making moves. I know you know. I know you see the general making these major moves, nigga. I got my hands in damn near everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it's gonna be. Get on over there to Patreon, cause that's exclusive. And I got something going up on that motherfucker, where I'm gonna be live streaming directly to my Patreon. Just like my videos that's on Patreon, they uploaded on Patreon exclusively. Okay, not from no YouTube or nothing. So that's strictly, so if you don't go on that Patreon and see that fire, that's on you, nigga. Go on out there, to that cheap shit you see on YouTube. Get your little Wikipedia scholars and let them read straight from Wikipedia. But when you ready for that high-powered velocity information, then you come fuck with the general. Okay? I'll put it up there raw. I ain't got to sell you no motherfucking dream. You don't want it? Go right on over there and fuck with who you fuck with. But if you are the elite and you're the top echelons of the community, I know you're going to run over there to General Cyrus Seti Patreon, become a patron. Because I'm giving you what you need. I don't know, when you support me, I support you. So most definitely, I go in the treasure chest. I go in the treasure chest, goddammit, and start pulling up our gems for you. Okay? And so, family, today, you know, if you haven't been on my other page, Cyrus Seti, get on over there. You should be subscribed to both of them. Okay? Because I'm going to still give you that work, but I had to give you that, I got to give you that PG-13 on YouTube. And still, PG-13 for motherfucker Cyrus Seti is not like rated R for another motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? But I be hurting these, you know, these beasts hard, you know, when I come up here with that truth. So I'm, you know, I'm sick of that. You know, Seti University coming real soon. So if you ain't on none of it, you know, be on all of that. Because I'm going to make sure everything is exclusive and that each one of them, goddamn it, you getting your money's worth. You're going to say, God damn, this nigga the truth. All right? So I can't put, you know, what I want to put up on YouTube. That's why sometimes you see me lay low. Because goddamn it, every time I put something and I hit, you know, and I love it. When it, you know, when I hit that motherfucker in the stomach and that bitch say, wait a minute, nigga, don't put another video up like that. Never. You understand what I'm saying? That let me know I'm putting in that motherfucker work. A lot of times, you can't, you know, you can't come light on the subject. You just got to come straight up the motherfucking middle. Put your head down and run up the middle and blow them motherfuckers off the line. And that's what I do sometimes. So, I know, you know, I want to keep the information up there for the people. So, of course, I say, wait a minute, come on. I had to get the other platform, Patreon, General, Seti University, and had the live streams where I could do what the fuck I want to. And then sometimes the bitch try to creep into my live stream because I got agents out there. They still hating on me. You understand what I'm saying? Because they see, you know what I'm saying, that I'm putting that truth out. So motherfuckers go out there, share the URL and shit with the public. With, you know, you motherfuckers don't respect nothing. You know what I'm saying? But this is something for the family. You know, so we can get the information. Motherfuckers go, so I'm cutting off all that shit. Even my live streams, I'm going to have that shit where it's exclusive. Ain't going to be no YouTube where you think you going to share the motherfucking link or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shutting all that bitch shit down. Straight up, nigga. If you ain't on the team, nigga, you ain't going to see the dream. That's just all it is to it. Now today, we dealing with the occult origins to all my family out there, black motherfucking pops. Black motherfucking power. I know a lot of motherfuckers ain't saying that. Red, black, and motherfucking green, nigga. Gas. Global African supremacy. I know a lot of motherfuckers got the flags up and shit and did this, but I don't hear no motherfuckers talking no national and no gas. No global African supremacy. I don't hear no peoples out there talking no Garvey and shit and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That shit is, you know, y'all niggas done left the goddamn planet of blackness and shit, and y'all niggas floating out there in the atmosphere. So I got to get you niggas back down on the ground with some sound information. You understand about what this shit really about. It's still about nationalism. It's still about a nation of our own. And I know it may be a dream to you motherfuckers, but the reality is, once you turn on this goddamn news and see they killing your ass every day like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Khalid Abdul Muhammad told you that they would continue to steal, the only option you got, nigga, is to separate and get your own and run it like you want to run it. Because you ain't nobody going to treat you better than you. Okay? Ain't nobody going to treat you better. Make the laws that's for you. For, you know, in your own nation. Okay? Now, today, we dealing with the occult origins of the planets, of the months, and the days of the week. If you didn't go over on my other one, Cyrus Seti, I started this series off because it's the white man holiday. And so, of course, this is season. And I had to deal with the other one, you know, the differences between the southern hemisphere of, constellations of astronomical alignment, and compared to the northern hemisphere and their alignment to the North Star. See, we motherfuckers is totally out of alignment. You understand what I'm saying? And, again, as I'm doing this research, a lot of motherfuckers then got caught up. A lot of motherfuckers say December 25th is the birthday of Horus. Use a goddamn lie. Use a goddamn lie. Because our peoples was regulated to the southern hemisphere. And if you know the solstices, and the solstices is totally the opposite in each hemisphere. So what we call, and we don't have the same seasons. You see what I'm saying? So the shortest day in the southern hemisphere is around June 23rd. So even if your rationale with being the shortest day, and this is the shortest day of the sun, and on that day the next day I have the 3 days where it's significantly dark outside, and then on that 4th day, which for the northern hemisphere is December 25th, you niggas say, oh, the sun is born. Yeah, bitch, if you up in the goddamn ice box. But goddamn it, our peoples was in the southern hemisphere. You understand? When you look at Africa, the whole of Africa is in the tropical zone. I gotta drop these facts for you niggas. You understand what I'm saying? I got some video and images I want to show to back it up. Any motherfucker want to throw these things on the intellectual motherfucking platform, let's do it. I'm gonna knock your motherfucking ass out. See, niggas didn't do that research. They was too busy listening to these white scholars, not doing no research. That's another thing about you niggas. You know what I'm saying? We done got out of the research. Most of the motherfuckers out here is costume revolutionaries. Nigga put on the motherfucking, had all the onks on, got all the clothes, got all the scholars on their chest, just ain't got no information in their motherfucking head. So now, on the last one I showed the origin why most of the holidays is in the fall. You see, in the winter, the major holidays in the Western Hemisphere. I'm going to go over that. You see, because that's their time. When we talk about fall, what are we talking? We talking about the fall of the sun. Now, ain't that ironic? That the majority of their holidays, I went over the major holiday. And Thanksgiving is even bigger than Christmas. And so that's the biggest, and Christmas is second, and Halloween is third. So you see right there, the top 3 holidays for the Caucasoid and the occult holidays on top of it. You understand what I'm saying? Is in the fall of the sun and the dead of winter. Ain't that something? And motherfuckers talking about, Horus is born in the dead of the winter and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even no damn winter in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Total different seasons. That show the rationale of your orientation. You screaming black, but you still orientated white. You understand? And that shit is catching up to you niggas. See, y'all niggas got to get them notebooks out. And to all my family out there, I'll line you with that flamethrower, nigga. You understand? To get you out of that so you can check them bitch ass niggas. My students, I already know. My family out there always say, Seti, you lacing me, dog. And when I go back and do this research, nigga, you lacing me. And when I get out there and I get to discussing this shit, I get to beating these niggas up. My family love me for that. Because I give you what you need. Them other motherfuckers gonna be out there with that bullshit. And so we done developed past that. We not thinking like no Caucasoids and shit. And orientated towards the Caucasoid homeland. And think and speak just like he speak. And so you even got niggas that got Kwanzaa. You understand? The festival of fruits in the dead of the winter. That right there, and then niggas get mad. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when you get on there, it's for the kids. Bitch, shut up. It ain't for the kids. You understand what I'm saying? You still attached. You understand? You can pick any goddamn day of the year and give the kids whatever you give them on Christmas, but you still attached. You feel like, goddamn, we could take December 23rd and say, you know what, that's the day we gonna choose in the middle of the winter, and we'll give our babies whatever we give them on in December, we'll give it to them in June and celebrate the sun, you know, and put all type sun dishes all in the house, and sun, everything is about the sun and about Africa. We could do that, but we choose to still do that shit until where we so damn dumb, we'll have a harvest holiday. Motherfucker talking about the first fruits. What kind of fruit you gonna get in goddamn December, nigga? I mean, goddamn. You know, let's do this shit right. Let's quit making excuses for shit we need to correct. That shit right there need to be correct. But you was tagging along the white man. You say, fuck it. You know, we gonna get a nigga something, and we gonna come right behind the Christmas, the white man holiday. Shame on you. So I showed, you know, and we'll go over that today. And in relationship to that, the days of the week, you understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you, you know, how not just we know, if you don't know about the Nordic deities of today, but you know, even before that, the Roman deities. You see what I'm saying? That, you know, and now today you got the Nordic deities, because we're dealing with England. See, a lot of people don't understand that the United States is a colony of England. So, you know, at one time, the Romans was running what today you call Britain, United Kingdom. The Romans was running that, you know, and it was called Britannia. You see, and so at that time, the calendar was the Roman calendar, even though it was fucked up, and they ain't got it right yet. And they ain't gonna never get it right, because they ain't been here long enough to, by the time they're gonna be gone up off of this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? So they swinging at a ball that ain't even been pitched. You see what I'm saying? So, and you know, and then eventually Britain would be conquered by the Anglo-Saxons and the Normans, which was Vikings. And when at that time the calendar shift from the Roman to what you call the Norris, okay, the Nordic and shit, and we're gonna go over that, and then we're gonna correspond to the planets, and I'm giving you a warm up so you understand, you know, and we dealing with all these niggas out here with this astrology, and now I'm not, you know, negating that there's an effect on us in the cosmos. That's a fact. You understand? Just like the sun, you know, and the pineal gland. You understand what I'm saying? Is a connection between African people and the solar, you know, the solar deity in the sky. You understand? It produced this rich black melanin in us that causes us to do so many wonderful things. And I don't want to go over that right now. But, you know, just as the sun has a connection to us, so do other astrological, cosmological bodies in the sky. But, you know, but it's not one standard for everybody, because when you look at how the sun affects African people and how it affects European people, obviously you can see that there's a big difference. That's just a fact. They get all type of skin cancer and shit. So if you was doing, you know, something based on how the sun affects the planet, you couldn't do it a standard for everybody. Or you go in there and you see a horoscope and you got one standard for it. That's impossible. You understand? So just like the sun affects us, and we're children of the sun, so you know we the chose. You know, we gonna have the most benefits of anybody on the planet. And them people gonna have the less benefit, and on top of that, they gonna have many ailments gonna happen to their ass. Straight up. And so that is, you know, again, because of the pineal, and I'm just gonna go in and show the images in a minute. If you ain't got no pineal, and a lot of people must understand, and you don't have our DNA makeup, a lot of that is antennas in our body. And the antenna transmit and it receives energy and information from the cosmos. But if you ever been in a car and you ain't got no antenna and you turn that motherfucker on, or a TV what you gonna have? You gonna have static, nigga. That shit gonna be shh, shh. That's static. You don't have an antenna, nigga. If you understand, that's what you gonna get. So that's so again, when you thinking about how the cosmological and astrological bodies affect us compared to someone else that don't have the antenna, that right there show you. So a white person and a black person cannot pick up a horoscope and read the same motherfucking horoscope, and it's gonna relay the correct information to both individuals. It's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so that's just a quick rundown and letting family know it's gonna be a double header tonight on General Sarah Seti. I'm gonna go after this one. I'm gonna go into the magical African dwarfs and their influence on Nordic mythology. Okay, and a lot of people don't understand that. You understand what I'm saying? To show you that even in what you call the Nordic mythology with Thor and Odin, the African is there. The African is there. They done motherfucking corrupted that information. Because and quickly to show that what we call the Grimaldi or the Trois was in Europe before any of them Caucasoids. I'm trying to tell you this shit over and over and over. African people was in that land. Them motherfuckers was behind the Ural Mountains in Russia. They wasn't even at the Caucasus Mountains. Them motherfuckers was beyond the Ural Mountains in the steep and heartland of Russia. Okay, and the land that y'all call Europe today was populated first by what we call the Grimaldi. And so you're going to see them all in Nordic mythology as the dwarfs. You see that shit, Lord of the Rings. You see the dwarfs all the way to Great Britain with the leprechaun. So come right on back after this. Don't leave me. I'm going to work out on you niggas tonight. Okay? So let me get this information lined up. How y'all doing out there? I'm going to be in and out because I got a lot of information. Where I need to start at. Here we go. This is what I need to show y'all first. Let me come on up. We about to work out. When I see it pop up on my phone, I know I'm ready. You understand what I'm saying? I got my monitor pop and I'm ready to roll. Okay, now, if I spelled it wrong, so goddamn what? Okay? We looking at what you call a compass. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me take that shit out of there. Because if I don't wanna, if it ain't spelled right, I'll say it right. I'll be working, I'll be going so goddamn fast that I'll come back and correct it. But, I didn't correct it this time, but I ain't gonna leave it up there. Motherfucker be saying, damn, Sadie, I be going so goddamn fast. Now, when you're looking at the compass, if you've been in class and you understand you had the compass, one end you got the pencil, on the other end you got the point. Okay? You got the point. And the point is from a metaphysical understanding or a spiritual cultural understanding is your point of origin. Okay? That's your point of origin. And when you put that motherfucker down and you get ready to circumscribe your circumference of reality, within that circle is your reality. You understand what I'm saying? But if your motherfucking point of origin, hear me out, is the slave boat, is some goddamn Ooga Booga, Tarzan and Jane motherfucking reality, when you circumscribe your circumference of reality, it's going to be a prison. It's going to be a motherfucking an imprisonment of the mind and of the spirit. So you got to understand where you decide to set that compass down and begin your origin. That point of origin decides everything. You see what I'm saying? And if you, and I mean this, okay, it ain't no need, and you wonder why some motherfuckers say they, Asia from Asia. These is black motherfuckers. Some motherfuckers set the motherfucker down in Arabia. Some motherfuckers set the bitch down in Jerusalem. Some motherfucker, and that's their point of origin. Some motherfuckers is Mormons. That's their point of origin. And so when they circumscribe their circumference of reality, then you get what you get. You're going to get what you get. And the reality is that I don't give a fuck really which one of these motherfucking ideologies that you start your point of origin with. Hear me out. You still in a goddamn prison. Black peoples is still in poverty, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And see, that's you looking at the point. That's your point of origin. See, now we got to set that motherfucker down on the correct point of origin and circumscribe our circumference of reality. And if that don't lead with a motherfucker being on top and supreme, then that motherfucking point of origin ain't correct. That's the bottom line. When you put that motherfucker down and you circumscribe your circumference of reality, you should be supreme. I don't want to hear nothing about we all the same. No, what the fuck we not? Not in this circumference of reality. Your ass, we ain't all the same. It's about being supreme in that circumference of reality. Economically, spiritually, culturally. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And so, a lot of motherfuckers today even saying that, they from the goddamn, they Native American. They black Indians. You see what I'm saying? Motherfucker, the new goddamn Social Security scheme. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that it is. And nigga ain't gonna get nothing but a check. You ain't getting no nation. You ain't getting no major land. You niggas ain't getting nothing. You get a little something to get your ass on over there, nigga, till we cut it off. If a motherfucker can cut it on, he can cut it off. See, that's not what we talking about. We got to be supreme in everything. Economics, goddammit, from the making of the money, from the resources, human resources, land resources, all that. We got to be supreme in this. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I had to call out the name of great Marcus Garvey. Those great kings and queens that talked about separatism. You understand what I'm saying? Talking about starting a nation of our own, because regardless to whether that shit done lost your reality of thinking, it's still the best and only motherfucking answer for black people. Let me come up out of here so I can move forward to where I need to be. I could go through that, but I don't want to go through that. Okay? Y'all go on Sarah and get that other one. Now we talking about chronology today. We talking about the will, and that's very serious. Of the will is what we just circumscribe. Who controls the will controls reality. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Chronology. Just like the motherfucker who control economics, he controls chronology. When your ass got to go to work, nigga, you own his chronology. You own his time. You own his days and months and seasons. You're not on your own. So if a motherfucker control the economy, he control the holidays. He controls where you niggas pray. He controls the major holidays and who are the ones we venerate during these holidays. So he controls the will. You see what I'm saying? And he who controls the will controls reality. And we see who we call the wicked deity we call Saturn, who we also also called Father Time. And a lot of people don't know, and we have to get off into this shit. He's Father Time. You understand? But he's also the Grim Reaper. You see him right there, Saturn with the sickle. Yeah, and it's down below, where, he's also a god of agriculture. But, the sickle is for not chopping down no wheat or no goddamn corn, niggas. About chopping down souls, nigga. The wheel is the 364 and 1/4 day calendar. It might be 365. I'm not for sure. I'm going to correct that. But at this time, it's 364 and 1/4 day calendar. The wheel is holidays and seasons. That's the wheel. Okay? Niggas talking Africa, talking Kemetic, but they on the northern hemisphere astrological orientation. But they talking about Kemet. That's why I ain't heard a motherfucker, and I'm just being real. I'm one of the first scholars, and I don't steal nothing from nobody, that even talk about the southern hemisphere. And and the core, and how they got different dates for the solstices and shit. You understand? All I done heard is motherfuckers talking about December 25th, even on the Zygots movie. You understand? White boy, you wrong. And y'all motherfuckers pump that shit up for some Zygots. Bitch, you wrong. You wrong, motherfucker. Our peoples in Africa is regulated to the southern hemisphere. And we can prove it, hands down. The wheel is chronology of time. Okay, just like you motherfuckers say, oh, the new day is 12 o'clock midnight. In the motherfucking middle of the night. The new year is in the dead of winter. How the fuck? The new year is when you see life, and you understand? That's the new year. You understand what I'm saying? The new day is when the sun rises. You understand what I'm saying? That's the new day. Ain't no goddamn new day in the dead of night. Okay? And there ain't no goddamn new year in the dead of winter. And the death at the time of the death of the sun, where it's cold as fuck. Ain't no life whatsoever. And you talking about it's a new year. Okay? The wheel is the interpretation of the star. Just like motherfuckers, and they do astrology, and they got one goddamn a horoscope for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? They got one for the white boy and the African. You understand what I'm saying? The China man, all of that. And we all regulated totally different to the sun and to the stars. Okay? You cannot give an African a white man horoscope. I'm sorry to tell you that. Okay? Nigga, the gig is up. Okay? The wheel is the interpretation of the stars and the power. This is the power of the wheel. Holidays are commemorations of monumental events and great individuals of a particular people. Holidays can also be astronomical events that regulate important seasons dear to the people's survival. Now, meaning, if you take the star Sirius rolls right about the time when the Nile flood. You understand what I'm saying? And so that was, that's like, indication. You know what I'm saying? It's time, even before that start, they know about what time is going to rise, and they know when Sirius rise, that water going to be, and they got Nile meters anyway that can tell the people, because the water start rising up in the Nile meter. You see what I'm saying? So once they see that water get to a certain point, they'll start pulling they crop out the field, because they could lose it. You understand what I'm saying? But as they go along through that regiment, there's also stars that help them. It's not just the water; it's also the setting of the star, the place of the stars. If certain stars appear, they know that it's time to do certain things. You understand? They don't wait. Soon as they see a certain constellation or a certain star, in this instance, long before, they can't wait to Sirius rise. You understand what I'm saying? But it's in correlation with the flood of the Nile. Today, the holidays we commemorate as African people are the holidays of our oppressors that's destroying us. The same motherfucker that y'all put up all year that's murdering people, murdering our people, beating the shit out of our people, locking our people up. These is the motherfucker holiday, the great ones of these people that y'all motherfuckers commemorate during these holidays. You see what I'm saying? And that just showed me your point of origin. You can talk black all you want, motherfucker. Your point of origin, nigga, is some crackers toasts. That's your point of origin, nigga. You think no different than they think. You don't have the holiday or your... And then when you do get a goddamn holiday, you motherfucking... You attach the motherfucker just like a slave on a chain, being pulled by their master. Kwanzaa is on a motherfucking chain being pulled by Christmas. That was so goddamn ridiculous to do something like that. And people say, oh, well, fuck you, nigga. If you don't like it, too motherfucking bad. Because the truth is the goddamn truth. Okay? Today, the holidays we commemorate as African people are the holidays of our oppressors destroying us. We are totally out of season based on our own cultural origins and reality. Most of the holidays that we celebrate in the Western world are in the dead of winter. Did y'all? No, it ain't happened yet. Y'all got that turkey already. I know you did. The motherfucker went down there to old Reverend Pork Chop Dinner and got one of them turkeys. They're gonna be won't feed a nigga no other time of the year, and just to pretend like they doing something 2-3 times out the year, maybe Christmas, maybe Easter, they'll give you one of them old ass turkeys. They got so many, them motherfuckers been sitting up in the freezer from last year. Give you one of them dead ass turkeys and give you some of that old cranberry sauce, and you niggas run down there and stuff your motherfucking face and wake up the next motherfucking day bawling like a motherfucker trying to figure out how you gonna pay them goddamn bills. I'm gonna wake your bitch ass up tonight. I ain't got no mercy on you. Okay? Either you celebrating the dead of winter or after the fall of the sun, which is fall. So you celebrating your own downfall as an African. You're not orientated to your ancestors. You're not to the land of your origin. You done mutated. Okay? You done mutated. Where everything is dead, speaking to the destruction of our reality because we are a people of the sun. Now, the Egyptians created the 365-day solar calendar, which was plagiarized by the Romans and the Catholic Church. I was blessed to see many of these calendars on the wall. And you can count and see that it was 30 days in a month. You had 12 months of 30 days, and then you had a special month at the end of the year that was a special day, special 5 days where the gods were said to be born. Okay? Now this is going to go through all them sun discs, and I don't want to go through that because that's going to take a minute. The greatest civilization that ever existed operated on this calendar, which goes back to 4,126 years before the Common Era. Okay? And we know goddamn well they didn't start at that time. Okay? You ain't gonna motherfucking... You know how many times you gotta go around the planet, to calculate, and you know what I'm saying, and make corrections and shit. So if we got a date at 4,126 BC, that was before the first dynastic period of Egypt. Okay? That was in Nubia. That was not in Egypt. That was before Egypt. Okay? That was before Egypt. And it was probably, it was even older than Nubia, which we're going to show and prove that. Okay, so when you look at Dendera, I've been in Dendera and I saw this, you know what I'm saying? And they had carved the original one out of there and put some carbon copy up in there. Okay, the wheel is 364 and 1/4 day rotation of the earth around the sun, which we call the solar year. Okay, which we call the solar year. Okay, and if I went through this, which I have to do at another time because I need to write some things in there so to make it clear. Today, the Roman Catholic Church controls the wheel. Okay, we're not on the African. We on the Gregorian. Okay, the Gregorian calendar. You understand what I'm saying? Which was introduced in 1582. So you ain't even been on a half decent calendar, and as far as the European, and obviously it was at the time of the Moors that they got that to make the corrections. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't make no goddamn corrections before that, so it was after the Moors that them goddamn Europeans made the correction. Okay, so it's obvious that they didn't invent shit. They didn't invent, because we already showing you that we had a calendar already moving at 4,126. That's damn near 6,000 years before they even had their first, half decent calendar. You understand what I'm saying? Which is still the African calendar. Just like Dr. Walter Williams, Professor Walter Williams said, you can only invent the wheel one time. It was the Africans that invented the goddamn calendar. Okay? And the crazy ass Romans that didn't know nothing about no damn calendar. They didn't have no 364 goddamn day calendar. Them motherfuckers had something like 280 days. They was missing damn near 100 motherfucking days. They didn't have, calendar didn't started with, if I'm not mistaken, the calendar started with goddamn either March. I think March was the first goddamn month, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it either it was February or it was March. That, matter of fact, I'll get that information. But it wasn't January. So they've been fumbling with this motherfucker for a long time, which I'm going to show you. The Gregorian calendar is an update to the Julian calendar, which was borrowed, from Egypt. Okay, so when Rome, took over Egypt under, I don't know if it was under Alexander. But no, Alexander was the Greeks. Okay, I don't know who took it. It was either Octavius that took it. When Mark Antony and Cleopatra. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if it was Octavius that took it for Rome, but I think it might have been Octavius. If not, the emperor that came right after Octavius. Okay? And so they borrowed, but they still did not get it right. They did not understand the African calendar. Okay? And so, as you can see, Julius Caesar borrowed the 360-day calendar from Egypt in 46 BC. And so that's why I keep asking, motherfucker, why do the white man start over at 0? If he was so ancient, why would he negate any of his ancient history if it started over at 0? The reality is that's when he really started to try to have civilization. He didn't have no civilization. Everything before that is really lies and mythology. You understand what I'm saying? They really started to try to fuck with civilization right around 0 BC. Okay? That's when and so Julius Caesar introduced his own calendar, which had 8 days in a week, and they used letters to identify the day. They didn't even have no damn name. Motherfucker D, E, F, it was on that level. That's how they identified it. So they didn't even have no name. He had 8 days, where the Egyptians had 10 days in a week. Okay, they had 10 days in a week. They had and 12, 4 months to a season, because it was 3 seasons. And I'll get off into that. Now, later after the Romans conquered the Persians, they adopted the Persian calendar of 7 days. Now, this is the original European calendar. And so you see the deities at the top. Now, this is funny, because motherfuckers don't understand how the Roman calendar originally started off. A lot of people say Saturday is the first day, and that depends on your orientation. You understand what I'm saying? Because the Romans highly venerated Saturn. You understand what I'm saying? So as you can see, the first day you see the white god with the sickle is Saturn. So in the first Roman calendar, Saturn was the first day. Saturday was the first day. The veneration of Saturn was the first day. Then you see the second day is Sol or Helios. Okay, to make it correct. This is where you get solstice from. See? We starting to break. This is where you get solstice from Sol, which is the Roman god of the sun. And at no time has the sun ever been the supreme god in any European pantheon. I need to bring that out. I don't give a fuck whether it was Nordic. I don't give a fuck if it was Greek. I don't give a fuck if it was Roman. And in none of the European wannabe civilizations was the sun ever the supreme deity. Now, if you go to the third, that's the moon. Okay, and now let me break this down. Sol was a goddess. Okay, and then the third was Luna or Diana, which was the goddess of the moon. Okay, so you see, Sunday was the second day, and Monday was the third day. Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the Roman calendar. And then the fourth day was dedicated to Mars. Okay, and then you see the fifth day was dedicated to Mercury. Okay, and the fourth day, what am I talking about? The sixth day, what deity is that? Let me get his ass. I got him, don't worry. Okay, and Jupiter was the sixth day. Now Jupiter is Zeus, the Roman equivalent to Zeus. And then the last day of the week was Venus, the harlot. A lot of people try to equate these deities and see that's what, and that's another. Let me come out of this right quick, and I'm going to come right back in. That's another reason why we go wrong. Just like the sun affects us different, our interpretations is totally different. So y'all got to remember the SETI law of diametric opposites. When you're talking about African people and Caucasoids, these are the two furthest extremes on the planet, meaning we the most unalike. Okay? You cannot have the same interpretation for us. That's ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at Venus, she's a harlot. I don't want people to equate the great goddess Isis and Hathor. Isis never known no other man other than Osiris. You understand what I'm saying? She had an immaculate conception. She had no sex with any other man other than her husband Osiris. Okay? Which, you know what I'm saying? So, but when we look at Venus and her equivalent in the Nordic mythology, Frigga, these is harlots. These is whores. And I must say that because that's what, I'm not saying, this is what it say. They sleep with any motherfucker, especially to gain power. You understand what I'm saying? So if you look at all the so-called lovers of Venus and Frigga, you like, God damn. And like I say, they do it for whatever, to obtain power and this, that, and the third. So when you look at the spirit of Venus and you look at the spirit of Frigga, it's not the same as no Isis. And I see a lot of you motherfuckers out there in Wiccan, y'all always try to take any goddess and y'all throw them all in the pot, and thinking you gonna get away with that by blurring the lines. You see, about blurring the line, and then that's witchcraft, and then they blur and keep coming, and then you seeing that shit going around, and in the end, all you see is the horn one come up out the goddamn blur and snatch your ass into the motherfucking mess. That's all that they doing. Let me get back in here, family. Let me get back in here. So you see Saturday or Saturn was the first day of the week, not the seventh. As the god of agriculture and death, he's also Cronus in Greek mythology. Okay, so Saturn is the father of Jupiter, who is the sixth day. Okay, Cronus is the father of Zeus. Okay, and you know, Cronus ate his children. We understand that. And at the same time, we understand that Cronus is Saturn with the sickle, and we seen with the baby New Year and all it is, and he eating the children and shit. And so we understand the energy of this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? He's so lust for power that he will even, in order to stay in power, he will even destroy his children. You see what I'm saying? He will even destroy his children. And so as the god of agriculture, we can see in this preeminent position of importance, holding his symbol, a sickle. You see him with the sickle. He later became the Grim Reaper. He later became, you know, if you go into that story, with Ebenezer Scrooge, the motherfucking ghost of Christmas past. You understand what I'm saying? He's that. You understand? Come with the goddamn sickle. Next on the second day of pagan planetary week is seeing the sun god with rays of light emanating from his head. That's soul. Okay, soulless. And that's where you get the term solstice. The third day of the week is lunar, which is a minor deity, is more regulated to Diana. Okay, and that's why they promote Diana so much. And then you got the fourth day again is Mars, a fucking warmonger. He was so despised by his own people, the Romans. He have no goddamn temples of worship. Even when you go into, you know, they more venerated Athena, because Athena was looked at as a general, a true general, where Mars was looked at as a bloodthirsty savage. He killed and murdered on the battlefield just for the lust of blood. Where Athena was more of a strategician, and you know what I'm saying? Her aim was to win the war, but we know this is European, you know what I'm saying? But this is the difference between Mars and Athena, and where Mars don't even got no temples, too much of veneration, because he was looked at as a fucking warmonger, just a luster of blood. And then on the fifth day, again, we got Mercury, okay? And then the sixth day, you got Jupiter. And the last day of the week is not, which is Venus, which would have later became Frigga, okay, which would have been Friday. So you see from the early Roman calendar, the first one they started with, that how it then shifted. Okay, let me come down and get my bearing. So you see, let me go through. You see Saturn. You see him with the sickle. He's the hooded one. And I'm going to get off into that deeper when I get into Saturnalia. I'm not getting into that today. That's a whole total different subject. But I'm going to hit that real soon so y'all can have that information before your so-called Christmas, which is really Saturnalia, which is nothing but Yule. And from the Nordic perspective is Yule. From the Romans' perspective, it's Saturnalia. So this is Helios or Sol, okay? And so Sol Invictus, which is the unconquerable sun, where the term solstice come from. Now, if you're looking, you will see that it's two symbols. As a matter of fact, it's three symbols in one. Because we know in Egypt, we got the winged sun disk. And so what you see is the eagle in front. You see the eagle in front. That represents the wings. And then you see the sun in the back. But see, they've demoted the sun. In ancient Egypt, the sun would have been above the head to show primacy and supremacy of the sun in all the deities. And I ain't gonna say pantheon because that's dealing with Pan. But when we talk about the great collection of deities, Ra is the supreme of all deities. Okay, and so he would have been above the head. But in the European, because they try to give you the illusion that the white man is one with the sun. And once we understand, we truly understand astronomy and we understand astrology, we know goddamn well the sun and white people don't mix. So ain't no damn white man ever gonna be chosen in no sun-centered religion, and that's why they demoted the damn. See, they just want to give you the illusion that the power, the divinity of the sun is emulating from the image of the white man. So by worshiping the white man, you worshiping in the sun, but that's an illusion. Okay, he didn't kidnap these sacred images to give you the illusion, to give you a watered down version of what you was worshiping back at home. So you see at the top, you see the winged sun disk. You see what they trying to pull off here. Thieves of African culture co-opting the winged sun disk of Ra with the worship of Serapis. And when you go right there to the harbor, New York Harbor, and you look up there, and she supposed to be the Lady Liberty, the bitch is Lady Slavery. You understand what I'm saying? That's who it is, Lady Slavery. That's soul. That's soul sitting right there in New York Harbor. The third day is Luna or Diana. You see the moon, the crescent above her head. And I'm not going to give you no equivalent. Because even when you look at the term month, see, when you spell it out, M-O-N, you know that's the moon, but you see T-H. And if you put the O-T-H at the end, Thoth. That's why in ancient Egyptian cosmology, Tahuti was a lunar deity. You see what I'm saying? He was a lunar deity. So in month, you see Thoth, Tahuti. So they hiding your history right in front of your eyes, and you don't know that. You understand? The word month is Moon Tahuti, Moon Thoth, which is the Greek terminology of Tahuti, the Ibis god. And then here you see Mercury. You understand what I'm saying? You see the Caduceus, you see the sun disk, and that don't make it ours, because they still our shit. That don't make it ours. Okay, this is some fake shit altogether, and we always co-opt they shit. Say, oh, this is the day. No, it's not. Just because they done stole your symbols and threw some garbage together, don't make it yours, nigga. This is a corrupt. Identify your symbol and leave this shit where you find it, because you're gonna go goddamn crazy trying to adopt this shit. Venus, the last day of the week. And so again, now we're gonna look at what happened. Let me come out of that and warm it up for you. I gotta warm it up for you. I can't just drop it like that. Okay, we going through the Roman, just went through the Roman calendar, which, again, this is America. So this is a colony of Britain. And again, Britain was controlled by Rome for up until like 400 and some AD. And then, the Roman Empire, they went, it started to dissipate. You understand what I'm saying? Started to collapse. And in that void, you understand, the Vikings came in and took over the United Kingdom. You see what I'm saying? From that point, many of the deities in the calendar was Germanized. Okay, and they became the days you know of today. So let me go over the Nordic deities so you understand what you're dealing with. Is they in there? I'm going to just bring these up. Working out, family. Y'all need to go behind me and do the research. You understand what I'm saying? That's all y'all need to do is go behind me and do the goddamn research. Okay, let me go back in. How we doing out there? Let me check the temperature. I've been on the hour anyway. My man said y'all gonna make me sell my mercury. How we doing? Checking the water. How we doing out there? I'm already been on an hour. I'm gonna go about 15 minutes more, and whatever I don't do today, I'll do tomorrow. Everybody good out there? That's right. We in it. Okay, good. Good. Just wanting because my damn phone died and shit. That's my monitor and shit. That motherfucker died. I got to know to keep my shit on the charge. All right, y'all. Let me get y'all, because I don't want to spend all my time on this because, I got to get to them dwarves. I got to get to them twat. That's going to be hot. Okay, so I'm going to give it 15 minutes. What I don't do if I don't get in depth with the planets, because many of them is some of the same deities of the days. You see what I'm saying? Of the days. So that would be redundant to go into that too much. But let me deal with the Nordics. Let me deal with the Nordics. Now, as we said, the first day, see, it's not correct here. Let me do something. I gotta put it right up under the original one. I gotta put it right up under the original one. And I got some updated shit I'm gonna be using real fucking soon. Cause these goddamn computers are so full of information that this motherfucker moving slow as hell. I'll just make a copy. That's what I'll do. Make a copy and bring it on down. All right. So you can see from here to here, they done shifted. The first day is no longer Saturday, it's now Sunday. You see what I'm saying? They done moved, so the first day is Sunday, and that's correct. Okay, I'm not about no soul or none of that, but just like the day starts with the rising of the sun, just like the sun, the new year is in the time of great solar strength. That's when I would, why would you celebrate it at any other time? You know what I'm saying? I would celebrate it damn near at the peak. You understand what I'm saying? You got Sunday the 1st. This is the Germanized calendar. The Germanized Roman calendar. Okay, this is when the Vikings, and they didn't want to hear shit about no goddamn Mars or Mercury and Jupiter and shit. Because they had their own deities who they was worshiping. So they took Saturn, they moved his ass back. They still knew it was many people on the island. So you gonna keep a little of, your adversaries' deities that's going to ensure that, they got a little representation. You don't destroy every motherfucking thing and that'll keep them on the team somewhat. You see what I'm saying? So you got sun, you got moon, and so Mars, which was actually the fourth day, became the third day. Okay? And his equivalent is T-Wise. Okay? Which is Tuesday. Okay? So Mars Day became T-Wise Day, which became Tuesday. Okay? And T-Wise is a bloodthirsty deity, nonetheless. When you go into the Nordic deities, they are bloodthirsty. Because the Vikings are bloodthirsty. See, so you dealing with that energy right there. You got these motherfuckers calling themselves the berserkers and shit. That's where the term berserk come from. It come from the Vikings. And they crack. It's almost like they special forces was called the berserkers. You see what I'm saying? And so, so Mars Day, which was the fifth day, if I'm not mistaken, no, the fourth day. Mars Day, which was the fourth day, became the third day, and it was changed to T-Wise Day, which became Tuesday. Now Mercury, which was the third, wait a minute. No, let me get it straight. Mercury, which was the fifth day, you see him with the wings on his head, became Woden's Day. But they shifted from the fifth day to Wednesday, which is actually the fourth day. Okay, a lot of people think Monday is the first day, and it's not. It's Sunday. That's the first day. Okay, so it's switched from the fifth day under the Romans to the fourth day under the Germans, the Vikings, and they changed it from Mercury to Woden's Day, which you say Wednesday, which you get Wednesday. Jupiter, which is Zeus and his equivalent, and Jupiter was the sixth day, was moved to Thursday, which is now the fifth day. Okay, so you can see they shifting this shit whenever they want. And this ain't got nothing, the changing of these names ain't got nothing to do with astrology or nothing. Because as long as you keep the 364 and 1/4 day cycle, you can cut that pie up any kind of way you want. Long as you keep the motherfucking bottom line number, 364 and 1/4 motherfucking day. Once you keep that, you can cut the pie up and name the pie how the fuck you want. So the naming of these days ain't got shit to do with no motherfucking astronomy. Okay? So if and just like these motherfucking, these planets and shit, ain't got nothing to do with what a motherfucker name it. It didn't have no motherfucking name. Before that, it didn't have no motherfucking name. It was just in the goddamn sky. Okay, now motherfuckers put symbols and they put all types of names on shit. And then it supposed to, they didn't colonize how you think about that star or that constellation or that day or that zodiac based on the names that they giving it today. And the yesterday was a different name. And the day before that, it didn't have no motherfucking name. Okay? So Venus, which was the seventh day, is now Friday, which is the sixth day. So Frigga is the equivalent to Venus, but under the German it became Friday. So you see what you dealing with. Okay, you see what you did. You can see how the days of the deities were shifted. You understand what I'm saying? And when I get off into the motherfucking months, which I'm not going to do today. I'm not going to do that today. You understand? Because that's going to take me way too much motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? And again, I just want to reiterate. I'm going to come out. I'm gonna come out. That again, once you understand how long it takes the earth to revolve around the sun, 364, 365 days. How you chop that 300, just like the Egyptians had 30 day months. Okay, we ain't gonna just have a whole bunch of goddamn months. That's nice time. 12 months, 30 days. You know, however you cut it up. You can have goddamn 24 months or 15 days. You understand what I'm saying? You know, but you're gonna have a lot of goddamn names. You understand what I'm saying? You really, maybe you don't. You understand? You keep it. You know, you can have just like the Romans originally had 8 days. The Persians supposedly had 7 days. The Egyptians had 10. That's a good roundabout number. You see what I'm saying? Then you got 5 left over. That's even. 10 is even. You know, you got 30. You got 3 weeks in a month. You understand what I'm saying? You got 3 weeks in a month. You got 12 months and 30 days. And at the end, we got 5 days we're going to celebrate. You see what I'm saying? But as you go through time, you see these motherfuckers is changed. And when I get to the months and y'all see who y'all fucking with, god damn, man, they only had 280 days in that year. The months you see like September, October, November, December, they added them motherfuckers much later. That was just like a void. No goddamn name or nothing, just a void. And then, goddamn it, and you know, it get to it. And I say, goddamn, how do they keep, you know, how you keep, you know, calculation if you ain't got the whole, but they wasn't on no 364 and 1/4 day. They was on the 200, and so ain't no motherfucking way you gonna keep because the constellation, the stars, the earth, the sun is moving. Them goddamn constellations over hundreds of years start gonna move. You understand what I'm saying? The sun and that shit gonna move. And if you ain't counting it, and if you ain't been on this planet but 1,000 years, our peoples is 1,000,000 years old. Okay, so if you talking about the great year of the sun, which some people calculate to be 24,000 some odd, roundabout close to 25,000 years, for the sun to make a revolution around its greater sun. Okay, and just like we moving around the sun, and we'll revolve the 8 planets or 9 if you want to include Pluto. You understand what I'm saying? There I go calling the motherfucker. They say it's a dwarf planet. Nah, it's not a real planet. It's a dwarf planet. It's a small. But they revolving around the sun. But the sun is also revolving around an even bigger sun. And it takes the sun 24,000 years and some odd number, you know, in between 24 and 25,000 years, to make its revolution around its greater sun. And if that be true, African people been on here 1,000,000 years. We done been around the great year. You see what I'm saying? That's very critical. And, you know, and I'm going to show you how the Dogon, because they got the knowledge from the Egyptians. And they said they did. You know, because they say they was a tribe from ancient Egypt. Where you can, you know, they knew of the Sirius B. You know, a lot of people could see Sirius A. But the Dogon had recorded of a Sirius B behind that star. And the white man wasn't able to see that motherfucker until you got a goddamn telescope in the goddamn 1900s. And they already knew it, so they want to come up with all type of lie talking about where they guessed it. No, motherfucker, when you moving on this planet and you able to go around the great year, what's in front of you when you get on? If you go 12,000 years and calculate where you will be, what's in front of you will be behind you. You don't understand that. Okay, and you on a circle, you're on a circumference. So whatever in the circle, just like I showed you the spear, I showed you how the compass is, you know, and within that, the sun is the central point. You see what I'm saying? And then in that instance, the greater sun. The sun of the sun is the circumference, the central point. And so within that equinox, you cut that motherfucking cross, we dealing with the bigger sun, the great sun, the sun that our sun is revolving around. And when you look at the circumference of that, and we moving around, so we not standing still. So what's in front of us today, 12,000 years from now, will be behind us. So Sirius A might be in front of us today, but when we get on the other side, 12,000 years from now, Sirius B will be in front and Sirius A will be in the back. You better watch yourself. You fucking with a nigga that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You motherfucker better go draw you some fucking circles and try to deal with the fact is you don't understand how old you are, how ancient you are, and you done forgot this sacred mathematics, what we call sacred geometry, and you don't understand. It's so simple, but you niggas is, you still fucking with your orientation been fucked up because you dealing with a man that's changing the calendar, nigga, like he just changed it for whatever fucking reason he wanted to change it for. Ain't got nothing to do with no astronomy, no mathematics, no calculations, no nothing. He just wanted to put his stamp on, on the stars, on people's mind. It's colonization of cosmology. All right, family. This is a very powerful topic. And I'm going to stop this one. And I'm going to come right back tomorrow. Because you see I got the shit right here. And we'll go off into the months. We'll go off into the planets. And deal with that. And like I said, many of the planets and even the months, is named after some of the same deities. And so when you see that, and I'm out of here, I'm going to come right back. 10:30. I'm about to get out of here so I can make that, you know what I'm saying, schedule it for the family. You know what I'm saying? When you go into the Hall of Ma'at, the Papyrus of Ani, you will see the 12 judges at the top. That's the zodiac. That's the zodiac. That's the zodiac. You feel me? That's the zodiac for the Africans. So if you wanna know what our family name, and you can go to Dendera. A lot of it we can't, motherfucker, just you see the symbolism, you see the stars, but our family had charted the southern hemisphere and partially the north. You understand what I'm saying? But we know for a fact that they charted the southern hemisphere. All right, family. I'm going to get black with y'all tomorrow. I'll be right black. This next one, believe it. That motherfucker hot. Just hot as this one. So don't you miss it. I'll be right black. 10:30 Eastern Time, PM. Don't you miss it. Black Pop.